Here we have Armored Core 6 running on the 1X Fly 7840U. I'm going to start off low and see what kind of battery life we can get while still getting a pretty consistent frame rate. And then towards the end of this video, we're going to change some settings and see what kind of quality we can get while getting a higher frame rate. In the beginning of this video, I'm going to be running at 720p, 13 watt TDP, and I'm going to drop it down to 11 to see what we can do. And I'm also going to set the FPS to 30 frames a second and see if we can get a consistent frame rate there. So you saw I dropped the TDP back down to 11, and we've seen a couple of small dips below 30, but for the most part, we're getting a pretty consistent 30 FPS. So yeah, with this device, you can definitely, on the battery saver side, get quite a bit of gameplay. Not quite 3 hours, but we're going to be just under. And for a AAA title game, that is pretty good.
This one's already expired. What?
Richie! We got something good! Get out there! You can handle them!
That's the PCA's planetside force. Keep a low profile. We don't want them breathing down our necks.
So even at 28 watts, we're still getting a wide range of FPS. We're sometimes going above 60, sometimes we're dipping down into the mid 40s. So the gameplay is a little bit all over the place. Let's see if we can't do a few other things to try and get that back in check.
License easily traced. Forget it.
So bumping up the TDP to 30 watts really didn't help. There are a couple other things that could go on. You know, this is a new game and there could be some more optimizations that come out. They also don't have a driver update for the 780M. And so, yeah, if they drop a driver that had some support for this, we might see a little bit more consistent gameplay. The other thing that comes to mind is maybe setting a static GPU clock and setting it high. We can see what happens then. So 2300 megahertz static clock didn't really help. I also tried 2500 megahertz off screen, and yeah, pretty much the same results. The only other thing that could help with this would be to set a larger VRAM allocation for the APU. Unfortunately, I do have the 16 gigabyte model, so I would be stealing some gigabytes away from the system, and yeah, that might not help it out. But if I had a 32 gigabyte model, I would definitely set the VRAM allocation a little bit higher.
Extract the pilot data. I'll has it from my end. It's still valid, but the pilot's rank is no good.